All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start your day, whatever time it may be. And I have a pretty interesting video for you guys. Now, we're gonna be doing a part review. This is gonna be a part review on something that I have not done in a very long time, but it is a very popular Shelby GT350 modification that's around the $100 to $120 price point, depending on if you get it on sale. Now, this is a modification that I see on at least 1 out of every 3 Shelbys. I've already seen it a couple times, and I've only been to a handful of Shelby meets here in Houston, so I definitely figured it'd be a good time to go ahead and do a review, because whenever you can save yourself some money or pick up a modification that you like for, you know, around the $100 to $120 price point, I feel like it's definitely worth a video. So if you guys enjoy, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and let's get into it. All right, so we're out here with the 350, the Yellow Jacket 350. Some of you guys like to call it the Yellow Jacket 350. I don't know about that. I kind of like that name, man. Maybe the Wasp. I'm never a person to name cars. I think it's just kind of corny. It's not really like, you know, who I am personally, but I mean, the Yellow Jacket 350, that's not bad, man. I know there's a company shop, Yellow Jacket Tuning, and they make some badass cars, man. So, you know, maybe when this thing is boosted and making like 750, 800 or more, we can go ahead and claim that name. But NA, we ain't gonna do that, because I know those Yellow Jacket cars, they crazy. I saw them during Texas 2K, and they were beating up on a lot of shit. But going into the car, you guys can see here, we do have a new shift. Now, my car is dirty. I do apologize for that. I have not had a chance to wash. I've been really busy. Can't really complain about that, but you guys can see here, we got a new shift knob. This is gonna be a bougie shift knob. This is gonna be the BilletWorkz custom GT350 shift knob. You can get these in white, black, yellow. Honestly, I played it safe and I got the white knob, but in all reality, I think this might actually have looked a lot better. Like I said, I'm not complaining, because obviously we have like the chrome trim here, obviously with the center console, with my calculator screen, which I will be upgrading to the 4 to 8 inch upgrade very soon. And we do have like the white stitching on the seats. I figured that the white might look good, but in all reality, I think black would have looked better, and hell, even potentially yellow would have probably looked better as well. But overall, it does look good with the white. Now, this is going to be kind of like the short teardrop. This is going to be the only shift knob size and kind of structure that's going to fit the OEM reverse lockout here, because it actually still works. Everything is functional. You don't have to go ahead and change anything else. If you were to get a different style, you are gonna have to go ahead and get an adapter, which is gonna cost more money, yada. And these are already, you know, on the expensive side. These already cost more than the stock unit, which honestly, I am not too sure if it is actually worth the money to go ahead and upgrade to this. We're gonna go ahead and do a POV drive and give you guys a, you know, a feel of how this does go ahead and operate inside the vehicle, because I've been living with this for a week, and you know, I can finally go ahead and give my 2 cents on it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get a POV drive going. I need to get gas. I gotta go to my second home, the E85 station. But for the most part, excuse my choice of music, man. It's been on some throwback vibes recently. But for the most part, as far as the knob feel, it does feel good. It feels good. It feels nice in your hand. It's not too big. It's not too small. You can pretty much shift it the same exact way as if you were to shift the OEM unit. Now, I know the big question people are gonna ask you when picking up one of these knobs, you know, if somebody were to see it in your car, is this thing actually heavy? And my answer to this is yes, this is heavy. It is significantly heavier than the stock unit. Now, the stock unit in these cars, I think, are some of the best shift knobs Ford has ever released. In all reality, like, if you don't want to spend $100 on a shift knob, I don't think you need to. The stock unit, like I said, is perfect. It's that perfect weight. The texture is very, very nice. Very easy to bang gears. You can go through all the gears. You can downshift, all that stuff. Very easy with the stock shifter. And typically in, you know, performance vehicles, a shifter is something you want to go ahead and upgrade, but on the Shelby GT350 you don't have to if you don't want to, which is nice. A lot of these things on this car, and honestly the higher trim Mustangs, Mach 1, Shelbys, GT500s, whatever, you don't really have to upgrade anything to get a good driver's experience, which is a massive W because these parts are not cheap. Now the one thing I'm going to go ahead and explain to you when actually picking up a shift knob like this is because this is, you know, an actual weighted shift knob. You're going to feel the knob just kind of falling into gear. Now, for somebody who may not be used to weighted shift knobs, you might not like this, or you might like it. Now, personally, I have not dealt with the weighted shift knob in probably, at this point, 2-3 years maybe. The last weighted shift knob I had was on my 2013 FRS, and I ended up returning to a stock unit just in a different color because I just liked the way that felt a little bit better on that car. Now this one, I'm not gonna say it's the same feel to where, you know, I think I'm gonna return to stock. I think I might just change the color of this, but it's been a week with me actually having this knob, and I'm still not 100% used to it just kind of gliding into gear. I'm used to doing all that, so that's something you definitely want to go ahead and think about when picking up a shift knob like this. Again, it's going to be personal preference on if you like that or if you don't like that. Now, unlike the stock unit, there is going to be no kind of grip aspect with this shift knob. It's just going to be that powder coated finish that's going to be on here. There is no, you know, Alcantara, there is no leather, whatever. There's going to be absolutely no grip, so you have to also keep in mind with that when going ahead and, you know, purchasing one of these and the overall shifter experience. But you guys can see here the reverse works. Everything is going to function like stock, but the feel is going to be a little bit different. Let me go ahead and fill up on gas and we can go ahead and continue our conversation. All right, so back in the car. See there, shifter feel as far as going ahead and banging gears, downshifting and whatnot is going to feel the same. So I can't give it a little bit of the beans. Not too crazy though. You are going to notice about this shifter over the stock unit is you're going to know when the car is in gear. That's the nice thing about this. You know when you're in gear. So that's something that a lot of you guys might enjoy, and honestly I do enjoy. Now, the one thing I do not like about this shift knob, because of the material that it is, because it's just powder coated, it's not leather, it's not Alcantara. If you live somewhere that's hot, I mean right now It's 95 degrees out here in Texas. It's in the morning. It is not even close to the heat of the day. This shift knob is going to be whatever temperature it is outside. So if you don't have a garage, if you daily drive your GT350, or on some nice days like today where it's sunny and 95 and you park it outside at work, if you do not have some type of shift boot, if you do not have some type, let me go with my windows up because it's gonna get really noisy. If you do not have, like I said, some type of shift boot, if you don't have a glove to put on, this thing is going to burn the hell out of your hand. And it's already happened to me before, and I've only left that outside for maybe like 2 hours after getting food. It's hot, so definitely keep that in mind when going ahead and picking up this shift knob. If that's something you don't want to have to deal with, if you don't want to put a boot on it, if you take this car to like a car show and it's outside and you want to show it off, I mean, you can leave it like this, you can put a boot on it, but you know, before you take back off in your car, you're definitely going to want to have to put a boot on this thing to let it cool down, because it gets incredibly hot, and I don't want you guys to go ahead and burn yourselves when picking one of these up, because like I said, it gets real hot real quick. I mean, dude, it's in the car right now and it's already heating up, you know, from the transmission. So let that go ahead and sink in. It's 95 right now. It's not even, realistically, it's not even that hot yet. It's supposed to get over 100. So that's something you're definitely gonna have to go ahead and think about when picking one of these up. But that's gonna be like the major complaint I have with this knob. I'd honestly say the benefits outweigh the cons, but definitely want to keep you guys up to date and keep it 100, because nobody wants to get burned out here. Literally. With the other knob, because I know sometimes when you upgrade these shift knobs, your driving characteristic has to change. That doesn't change with this, because I've had, you know, extended shift knobs before. I've had like the small, you know, kind of like half ball snubby knobs that, you know, you don't really have that much grip to them, as I would say. This one, woo, that thing gone. This one, it feels exactly like stock, but like I said, a lot heavier, and it gets hot. But overall, like I said, $100, you make your decision. Could I live without it? Absolutely. Would I get rid of it right now? Yeah. I mean, if somebody said I'll give you $100 for it, shit, I'd probably let it go and go back to stock. It's not a big deal, but overall, I'd say it's a nice little upgrade, man. I'd say it's a nice little upgrade. It looks better than the stock knob, I'll tell you that. Especially if you know, get it color matched to whatever interior, you know, theme you got going. I'm not really, you know, one to go ahead and do like a crazy interior theme. Like I said, I tried to go ahead and be safe with it, but in all reality, I probably could have got away with yellow, and I definitely could have got away with just, you know, getting a black knob. But you know, the Cobras on the side, the GT350 across the top, and you know, the correct pattern, I mean, it looks damn good. I'll tell you that, it looks damn good. I feel like if I was to go ahead and replace kind of like the leather trim here to Alcantara, replace the E-boot to Alcantara, and then get a black one with the upgraded head unit, and then maybe do like a carbon fiber trim. It sounds tacky, but I think that would look badass. I'm not gonna my lane. Gotta love people, man. There he goes. Woo! Like I said, I'd say it's a solid upgrade. If you want to spend the $100, I'd say it's a solid upgrade. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna head back home before it gets too hot out here. So if you guys did, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. I want to give you guys my 2 cents on that shift knob because you guys might like it or you guys might not like it. Honestly, I'd say it's all right. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.